You can go ahead, Aparna.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome everyone to the session. My name is Aparna, and I work as a personal advancement coach. I'm a freelancer basically. I work with corporates, individual, educational institutions for personal development basically. Today we are going to have a session on relationships, and the topic that I will be speaking is about how to scan your relationships. I know it's a real we can scan our body, but how do we scan relationships now? Especially these few months since we started or we got into this pandemic situation, we've had lots of relationships actually showing their true face. Some have evolved, some have broken down, some have maybe they've got stagnant. So we actually need to take a pause and relook at our relationships and what we actually intend to get from, or what are we looking for or aspiring for from relationships. Now, let me start by asking you a question. I would like you to make a note of it. I hope all of you have a pen and a paper. What makes a relationship? So if you can answer it for yourself, and then I'll give you what exactly it means. It is nothing but a connect with an emotion. That's what is a relationship. All of us agree to it? You have a connect with someone. However, it needs to have an emotion attached to the connect that you have. Only then you get into a relationship. Otherwise, it is called an acquaintance, where you do not even need to know the person's name. You just know the person by a hi and a bye, maybe someone in your colony or someone at your bus stop that you've been noticing or looking at almost every day while traveling or anywhere else. Now that brings us to the question as to why are relationships so important? Now, as we all know that we are humans, we are social beings, and because we are social animals or social beings, we need to live in a society, and to live in a society, we do make relationships. We form bonds. And relationships, it's been proven, are vital to our mental and emotional well-being, and actually to our whole survival itself. Now, we as humans have a very inherent desire to be close to people, okay, especially relationships where friendships or relationships when nowadays, because we have nuclear families, we no more live in joint families. uh, we may be close to our relatives, but they may be far away, so we tend to look for relationships around us. It could be any sort of relationship. It could be a partner, it could be a friend, it could be just a friendship. Fair enough, okay? Now you need to, until unless you don't have the connect, you cannot build on relationships, and which is very important. If you have a relationship, you need to build on it. You need to build it brick by brick. You cannot just you won't get a ready-made building for a relationship. You will have to have building blocks, literally. As time goes by, the blocks can increase or decrease. Now, we tend to, currently, we tend to be more close to our friends than our family members, because friends are more accessible. As I mentioned earlier, we are all into nuclear families these days, all of us staying apart, far away from each other. So we no longer uh, say that, okay, we are very close to our immediate family. It could be that friends substitute our relations or our blood relations at times. And when you have good relationship, it boosts your mood. You feel happy, and all of us want to be happy over here. There's not, I'm sure there's no, not one person over here who says that, okay, I'm into this relationship because it gives me a lot of pain, or it gives me uh, and I like it that way. Where I don't think we are not there. We all want to have a very fruitful relationship, a good relationship, and we want to be happy at the end of the day. And in case we do not have any sort of relationships, what does it lead us to? Loneliness. Uh, and long term loneliness can be harmful. We all know that. So, as far as possible, we need to build relations around us. Okay. Now, there are various types of relationships that we have. The first one is a family, which mother, father, brother, sister, grandparents, extended family, yes. And then we have, yeah, it is but natural that, as they say, that we cannot choose our family, right? So we are into a family, and we bond with them. We have a relationship that we cannot cut off totally. The next is um, friends we have. And as I mentioned previously, in the absence of any blood relation, we tend to uh, go closer to our friends. And okay, ma'am, we are on slide number 4, ma'am. You can just forward it, yeah. So friends actually substitute, and actually they give us a very, I mean, when we have friends around us, it actually gives us immense pleasure to hang out with them, to go out with them, to share our views with them, especially from school days on to the higher school and the college days. I'm sure all of us would have had beautiful friends wherein we just hung around for no reason. We shared all our pleasures with them. We shared a lot of time, we wasted all our time, we did something constructive as well. We did that with our friends because uh, in that situation, family relations cannot step in. They cannot take or cannot be substituted for friends. But friends sometimes get substituted for families. Yeah, you'll be lucky if you have very close relatives who substitute you for friends. You'll be very lucky. But as I said, that we all live very far away, nuclear families. So the friends have substituted our immediate family or blood relation. Then we come to colleagues and acquaintance, which are basically your co-workers and some people who just you recognize them by their face, you've often seen them, but nothing emotional about them. Colleagues, workspace, as we say that never get too emotional about your co-workers because it may hamper your growth as well. So hence, but yes, they do have you do maintain or do you do share a relationship with your colleagues as well, and it needs to be very cordial and very formal relations. At times you may find you may get a best friend in your colleague, not to be discounted at all. Yes, you definitely can find very good um, friends in your colleagues. I would like to take my example. When I was working for an MNC, I was new to the town, but the friendship or the camaraderie that I formed, they have still lasted. And in spite of me leaving the job almost 5 years ago, but we're very close. Yeah, we need to. So all these relationships are very important. None can be replaced. None can be substituted. We all have to go through this process, and it's better that we are well geared up to face such these relationships. We need to know how to maintain each relationship and how exactly do we need to deal with them at every point in time. Now, most of us would say that. The family will always be there for you. Yes, they will be there for you. But at times, in some cases, due to distance or due to some untoward reason that we cannot explain, they may not be available for you. So in that case, you need to have some support system. We all, as we've discussed previously, that we are humans, we are social beings. We all need some sort of support system for us to live comfortably in a society. And I'll come to the next important, which is most important relation, that is the relationship with yourself. Now, in the relationship with yourself, it is not, you need to check about what perspective you have about yourself. You need to have self love and importance. You need to give self importance as well. You also need to have a relationship with your health. As the saying goes, that health is wealth. Without good health, we will be ruining our relationships because we will not be in the right frame of mind to understand people. So it's very important that we are in the right frame of mind, and well-being is very important for us. As in the third slide, it's said that um, it is good for your emotional and mental well-being, a good relationship, right? So we go on to the next, wherein wealth is also very important, your relationship with wealth. Now, not many people discuss this about your health. What is your relationship with your health? They always talk about the perspective about yourself and the self love that you need to be. You need to be kind to yourself. Yes, that is very important. However, your health, physical, emotional health, is also as important as what you think about yourself. That broadly is comes under the umbrella of health. Now, you may do whatever you want as long as you are fit. Healthy mind in a healthy body. if you can have that, there's nothing like it. There is no stopping you. And if you notice that when you are healthy, when you have when you don't have any ailment, you feel very good about your body being fit, you're well exercised mentally, physically, and your emotions are in the right place, you get more energy to do what you want to do, what you want to achieve. And that is the reason why your relationship with your health is very important, as important as um, your self love. Because if you have self love, then automatically you start taking care of your health. The last thing is your relationship with pure wealth. Now, pure wealth, why pure wealth? Is any sort of wealth that is acquired through the right means. That is what I mean by pure wealth. So, how many of us actually have been taught this right from childhood, that yes, you need to handle money, or you need to actually take care of your health? Because these days, if you see many people around, they lack the monetary aspect. In the monetary aspect, they are lagging behind. The reason being is they have not paid much attention to their relationship with wealth, which is very, if you go through the scriptures, if you go through the ancient texts, it does say that um, your it is the four things that are there, that dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. So artha is very important. However, utmost is dharma. Any sort of artha or any sort of wealth that is procured uh, from dharma, I mean keeping your dharma in place, you earn, is known as pure wealth. Okay. And if you have wealth, then yes, you can have desire to own something big, desire to buy something, yes. But without the wealth, if you are going to desire for something, then that is a negative desire. You need to accomplish, you need to be that accomplished, or you need to make yourself that accomplished, or you need to work towards it, that when you desire something, you actually have action to achieve it. There is no harm in dreaming big, but just by dreaming and letting it sit there, nothing is going to happen. You need to have some action, doing some action to achieve that goal. You cannot expect someone to, if you are going to expect someone to give it to you or gift it to you, then that is, then dharma is missing over there. You're not working for your artha, to the artha that will fulfill your karma, that is your desire. So uh, this is a very important aspect. However, we won't go too much into detail regarding this, because we are talking about a relationship scan. Yeah. So I would like all of you to take your pen and paper, and I have something for you to do. Now, I would like you to list out various relationships. It can be, I think, more. It can, you can go up to around 10. 10. I've written 5 over there, but you can go ahead up till 10. Both a pleasurable relationship, or a painful, or just an okay relationship. I would like you to list it out. Giving you some time. Now, what I want you to do is, if you have listed the relationships that I've asked you to do, If you can go through the first relation, look at that, and maybe you can close your eyes and feel what you feel in your body about that particular relationship. If you've closed your eyes, you can open it. Go to the second one. Look at that relationship. You can close your eyes if you need to go deeper to feel, and also feel what you're feeling and in which part of your body are you feeling the feeling that you're feeling, the emotion that you're feeling, whether it's happiness or you don't want to speak to this person, you don't want to even think about this person, or it could be that yes, you're looking forward to meet this person, whatever, and where exactly are you feeling it in your body. You can make a note of it. Go on to the third one and do the same. Look at the name or look at the relationship. Close your eyes. Feel what emotions, feel the emotions, and where exactly are you feeling. Make a note of it. Go to the fourth one. Look at the relationship. Close your eyes. Feel the emotions, and where exactly are you able to feel the emotion. Open your eyes, make a note where exactly you felt the emotion and what sort of emotion you felt. Go to the next one. Look at the relationship. Close your eyes. Feel the emotion. And which part of the body are you feeling the emotions in? Open your eyes, make a note of it. And so on. If you want to go ahead, I hope all of you got positive as well as negative relations, or negative or not so uh, pleasurable relationship. Uh, if you haven't, then do it once more with any relation that is causing you some hindrance or some, you don't feel comfortable about it, basically. If you can take one such sort of relationship and do the same process, look at it, close your eyes, feel what sort of emotion you're feeling, and where are you feeling. Wonderful. Now that you have done, I'm sure and I hope that you have pleasurable relationship as well as a painful relationship, at least one painful relationship uh, which still exist. Yeah. So now you need to recognize your relationship. Now, the list, check if all the relationships are helping you in any way. It could be emotional, financial, um, motivational. Is anyone motivating you? Is there anything that rejuvenate, any relation that rejuvenates? Doesn't do anything, but when you speak to a person, that person, you really get rejuvenated, and you can start your work all over again. Or anyone that there are some people who actually have the knack. In case you are down in the dumps, once you speak to them, uh, suddenly you feel okay, everything is going to be all right. So you just check, make a check, or do a check of the relationships, if all are helping you in any way, and what sort of way. I would like you to make a note as well as to how is it helping you personally. If any relationship is not helping you or is negative, that also you can write it down against the relationship that you have mentioned. I would like you to do it for all the relationships. All right, wonderful. Now, the way that you recognize the relationship that you are into, whether it is I won't say good or bad, but is it required for you or not, is um, first and foremost the activity that you did just now, to check how you feel about the person, at where in the body you feel and what emotion you feel about the person. Make a note of it as to how they are helping you, or what comes to your mind. Are they adding any, helping you or not helping you in any way? And also you need to check, are you and the other person or on the same energy level? Now, we as human beings, we all evolve, we all progress. Now, you and me can be poles apart. Maybe we would have met at some point in time and we struck a friendship. And now that we have struck a friendship, we would like to hang out together. We would like to do things together. We would like to speak to each other. Uh, then after a few years, uh, something, I don't know, you would have gone through a course, or you may have gone through some experience wherein there would have been certain sort of realization, and I would be stuck in the same phase, but whereas you would have progressed a little more in your spiritual journey. But I would have remained there because I have not gone through any sort of experience, nor have I worked on myself. So now, 5 years down the line, it may be possible that you and I may not be able to connect at the same energy level, because my energy level is lower and much more lower than yours, because you have progressed spiritually. Now, there are many people, especially the young generation, the new people who are um, out of college or taken up jobs, they are becoming aware that they need to work on themselves. They go for many spiritual retreats. So whatever they choose, it could be that they something in them, some wiring in them has changed, and some realization has happened at whatever level, and from then they've taken their thought process from here. They've gone here, and from now they're thinking from here. But the other person, in this case me, I have not done anything. I do not even realize my existence, so I'm still here. So I'm not able to connect with your higher level of understanding or spirituality, spiritual understanding of life and your outlook. So in that case, we may not be able to get along. So our good friend, the good friends that we were 5 years back, is no longer, we no longer are good friends now. So there's no concept as forever. You're born, you live, you die. Same way, relationships are made, they go through certain ups and downs at times, and at times it may not last. So you do not need to get offended or sad that your relationship with any X and Y or Z uh, did not last, because we tend to go back. Oh, we had a wonderful time. We used to hang around together. We used to go out. We used to travel together. We used to go on long drives together. We used to dine out. We used to whatever we used to do. So how come now we are not able to do? You need to realize that we as human beings we progress, and our energies and emotions undergo a shift. So we do not know, or I cannot tell that how your energy has shifted. It is for you to realize uh, how your energy and emotions have shifted, and as far as possible work on yourself in such a way that your energies and emotions only are on the rise and not going down. It's very important. So all I would like to say is that the memories or the friends, there are many people that um, I take trainings for colleges, and over there when I go there, the typical kids, how they are in the final year or engineering, for them everything is all about friends. So they say that I'm hurt because we were best of friends and they did XYZ, and that is how we are no longer friends. So I feel sad, and I'm not able to get over it. So this is what I say to them, that nothing is forever. Friendships that lasted right from childhood can not, you do not need to remain best of friends after your 10th standard, because you may change schools or colleges, and you may go to different places, and you may find new people who match your wavelength and energy level at that point in time. So that is what is progress all about. But that doesn't mean you hold a grudge against the person who has been with you since childhood, or you've grown up with. Maybe you can just let go of and give some space, so that the other person also finds peace, and you also find new people to um, move around with, and maybe you can also find people that resonate to your thoughts. So you can always form a group or a friendship in that sort of way as well. It happens with everyone. It has happened with me as well. When I was new to the town, and I was working, so I had a certain group of friends who I always used to go to them for help. And then later on, I became the person who used to help them. So it became a reverse. Previously, I used to go to them for help because I was new to the town. I was new to the working of an MNC. So I used to go to them for help. How does this work? It was a culture shock. I was a teacher previously. So there was a total culture shock. And later on, I became the person who was helping them. So roles also get reversed. However, never ever let anyone in any sort of relationship take you for granted. Take you for granted in the sense that you do everything, and when it comes to thinking about you, no one um, looks at you. I don't think you're being kind to yourself in that case, in that sort of relationship. So never ever Be there for everyone, but you should know where your boundary lies for any sort of relationship. And also, uh, a sense of detachment when you practice will always help you. Will always help you. So it'll not be a shocker for you if anyone turns around, right? Or something, you thought the person is like this, but he has turned out totally reverse, or he or she. So it should not become. You should be in that acceptance mode that yes, it happens. No worries. Life needs to continue. Okay. Um, so when this happens, when your childhood friend is no more your best friend, your best friend is no more your best friend, I would say that let go of and cherish the memories that you have spent together, cherish the moments that you have spent together, cherish the madness that you have done together, right? Rather than going into, there are many, I have counseled a couple of people where they've gone into depression, wherein it is not necessary at all. When you always need to have something, a goal in life. Yes, your friends are there, your relationships are there in place, but you also need to have a goal in life. Okay. Now the last bit that I would like to come to is um, cutting off the umbilical cord. Now, all of us know what the umbilical cord is. It is, in case it is called something else, it is the cord that connects the baby and the mother when the unborn child in the womb. And once the baby is born, that is snapped off, that is cut off. Now, uh, it is very important to cut the umbilical cord when the child is born, because if you just leave it there forever, it will serve no good to anyone. Okay. And it doesn't mean that when you cut the umbilical cord of with from the mother, that the mother has let go of the child. Okay. Has doesn't have any connect at all. No, it is not that. It is that you've cut this important bit of connect between the child and the mother, yet the bond is strong because they both are two different individuals. One has grown and progressed and found a path. Now you need to give the child the space, its own space to grow. The bond will be there, but the cord need not be there. So never ever think that your relationships, um, if there is no, if someone is not calling often of, or uh, bothered about how you are, that doesn't mean that the person is not concerned about you. It is, your relationship with anyone should not be based on what they do for you. It needs to be based on your energy levels, your spiritual growth, and um, the comfort that you share, being in a relationship, or whatever be the relationship, right? We have seen many a time that even family members, uh, they do not have a cordial relationship. They have disputes because there is greed in it, when or greed or misunderstandings or competition or whatever, right? So never ever gauge your relationship looking at it at what can I get from here. You just need to protect yourself from this thought that which relationship of this exhausts me, removes the whole energy from me, yet does not contribute any positivity to my being. So keep away from such relationships. Apart from that, um, we are all adults and we do know where to draw the line, but many of us are very emotional. So being emotional is good, but being very emotional will be harmful only for ourselves, not for the other person. So remember that if you want your well-being, be emotional, but not very emotional. The best way to get detached is a meditation, a process of pratyahara, that we call it, wherein you do not you are into stillness. So when you're into stillness, automatically what happens is you are going inward. You are seeking for answers, or you are looking at yourself inward. You are coming to know about more about yourself. So it is very important that every day you practice a minimum of 20 minutes of solitude, without any gadgets, without any distraction, without anything. In fact, practice pratyahara, practice with eyes closed, your attention, sorry, your attention only on your breath. That helps you go totally inward. You'll find many answers for yourself. You will not get affected by the way others treat you, because you are realizing yourself. Your self realization is coming up. And then you see the most beautiful aspect of yourself. So it is very, very important. In fact, this is not just for a relationship that I advocate pratyahara. Uh, I know many corporates where I go and counsel uh, with the employees over there. They do not trust the process of pratyahara. But then when I do it with them, a little guided way of doing it, and then I first 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, there is a visible change wherein they settle down and then they accept. And not only that, when the uh, disconnect or the detachment that they have with any person whom they're having an issue with is not negative, they always come out saying that, okay, that is their way of thinking, but I can't think that way, so I'm happy this way, let them be happy that way. So the reason pratyahara is very important is the difference between disconnecting when you do pratyahara or a meditation, and a disconnect when you start hating someone, is the hate bit. Okay, you are getting disconnected with a negative emotion. But when you do it with realization, with when you uplift yourself spiritually, then you do it with awareness. You always tell yourself, okay, this is my life, this is how I want to lead it. If the other person is comfortable that way, so be it. And bless, you disconnect with a blessing. You do not have a grudge at all right? So now yeah, we can go in for a small meditation if all of us are ready. And we will do the cutting of the umbilical cord. Okay, and I would like you to take any distressed relationship that you have at the moment, or something that has been bothering you. Maybe now you're but you're not able to give a closure to the uh, relationship that you had. Someone has given you a lot of hurt. So I would like you to take that aspect, and we'll do a small meditation or small meditation for it. It is basically called the cutting of the umbilical cord, and I would like you to visualize this. And at the end, it will be full of gratitude. Yeah, if you're all ready, I just give you a minute to get ready. Sit in a comfortable position with your back straight. Close your eyes gently. Tune into your breath. Each breath that goes in and each breath that comes out, Breathe in deeply. Ensure that each breath goes till your navel, and each breath comes out emptying your stomach. Each breath that goes in goes right till in your stomach swells out, and each breath that you breathe out, your stomach contracts. Now we'll finer tune our breath. Each breath that goes in, visually imagine that you're following it. Sorry, do not do it visually. Imagine that you're following it through the nostrils, through the throat, through the chest, and to the lower, to the diaphragm, or to the bottom of your lungs, and feel your stomach expanding. Now, when you breathe out, follow your breath out of the bottom of the lungs, through the chest, through the throat, and out through the nostril. Repeat this. Follow your breath through the nostrils, down through your throat, through your chest, to the bottom of your lungs. The diaphragm goes down, the stomach expands, and when you're breathing out, follow the breath up to your chest, through your throat, out through the nostrils. Now, when you breathe in, feel the cool air going in through your nostrils. Feel the temperature of the air through your throat, through your chest, and your stomach expands. When you're breathing out, the warm air passes through your chest, through your throat, through your nostrils, and feel the warmth of the air that is coming out from your nostrils. Be aware of the temperature of the air that is going in when you breathe in, and the air that's coming out when you breathe out. Now, I would like you to bring into your mind the relationship that you would like to smoothen or a painful relationship that you would like to work on, or a relationship that is troubling you or irritating you, and you do not know why. Bring the persons right in front of you. Keep your eyes closed. Feel what the reactions in your body by looking at this person. Increase the intensity of your feeling towards this persons, one or two. Further increase the intensity to its maximum. Feel the emotions in your body. See your thought process about the person. Stay with this feeling for some time. You can also think or visualize an interaction that you may have had with this person at any point in time. And also the feelings that you felt when you had this interaction with this person. Now, imagine you take a step back with your eyes closed, just take a step back. Take another step back. And bring back the same interaction visual in front of you, but this time you are a spectator. You are a mere spectator. You are not involved in this instance or in this interaction. You are a mere spectator of the interaction between the person you have brought into memory and you, but you are the third person. Go through the same incident once again, as if it's happening in front of you right now. Feel all the emotions that you are seeing between the two. Now increase the speed of the interaction now, as if you have fast forwarded it. You do not need to judge who is right, who is wrong. It was just an interaction, an incident that happened. It no longer bothers you. Now that you've told yourself it no longer bothers you, notice how you feel in your body. Now that you have increased the speed of the interaction, push it far away. Push it far away from you. It is as if a visual you're watching on a screen. Push it far away. Let it go even further away. Let it go further away. Even further away. If you want to push it, you can push it. Or if you're just visualizing it going further away, let it go. Let it go further away. Further away. Till you cannot see it anymore. You cannot see this visual anymore. And now is the time to snap off the umbilical cord from that incident, from that interaction, from that relation. Bless the other person. Say a few words of gratitude to the other person. It could be a thank you. It was a great time that we had together. It was great knowing you. May you be blessed in whatever you do. And look at the visual. I hope you cannot see it anymore now. Gradually look at yourself. If you have a sense of peace in your whole body, on your face, feel what exactly you're feeling. Now that you have given gratitude to your relationship, bless the relationship, and saying that that's it. We were to be together till here, and bless you for in whatever you do. Become aware of yourself. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your surroundings. Try to externalize. Try to hear the noise coming from outside. Become aware of yourself sitting down, the meditative posture. And when you're ready, you can rub your palms together, place it on your eyes, open your eyes, and be with yourself for some time. I hope uh, you were able to work on the instructions. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you. And thank you, Vani, for giving me an opportunity to conduct this session.